The visuals alone are worth it to tell people to go see this. That's worth the price of admission alone.
Go see
right
it in
there.
IMAX, I would say.
Oh yeah, and again, like I said, it's you look at it and things might be familiar for a little bit, especially when you're hanging out in the desert, because that's one of the most familiar places in the movie. And watching that culture, the religion even feels kind of familiar with resembling a Muslim religion. But then once you get settled in, once you finally get down and say, okay, I'm cool, I can get down, I can live here, then big ass dusty intestine, a big sandworm will bust through the ground, and that'll be another thing that tops this movie. The way they do the special effects here, the way they make it just feel so natural. Mm-hmm. They don't bust out the ground talking about set piece, I don't say special effects, like the way superhero movies do.
Yeah.
This feels like a natural part of this world, and those sandworm scenes are some of the most thrilling action pieces that I've seen in a movie in a while. And, it's like watching people water ski on sand surface on top of a giant worm. Watching that on the big screen is amazing.
Makes you feel like
I know, right?
Shit, my eyes were itching. My asthma kicked in after watching this, and still, I want this to be a ride somewhere. I want this to be
What, Universal Studios?
I want Universal to buy this, the rights to have this as a ride at Universal, man, from Warner Brothers. I want to ride a worm.
Go off the ride.
Some people like, hey man, watch your phrases.
exactly.
I don't care. I want to ride the biggest worm out there.
Yeah, matter of fact, what would they even call that ride? Ride the worm.
Ride the worm. Ghost ride the worm.
Shit's in 4D.
Yeah, man, ride the worm, man. I love this scene
I
much.
love how they set it up the way they do that, because it wasn't like jumping on it and going yippee-ki-yay.
Oh yeah, they didn't have a cowboy hat and all this kind of stuff.
There was a reason behind it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you, man, based on just scenes like that alone, especially a scene like this, I want to see this again. Because, and I'm not going to tell you which theater I saw this in, because I don't want to make it seem like I'm talking bad about the theater. It's a good theater, but they are not equipped to just show big blockbusters.
They aren't. I was surprised they were having it.
Man, I'm not going to lie. The theater that we're at it's a decent theater for the right movie. It's a great theater.
Movies there.
Yeah, but when they try to show blockbusters, it's like they put up a bed sheet and got a projector that they bought at Best Buy and tried to show these movies, and it's just
it don't work, bro. It don't work.
Man, it don't. And I'm gonna tell you the reason why, because they're really not equipped for sound.
Oh yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you why, because the screen was doing something. I thought it was part of the movie.
Oh, was it rattling?
So every time a loud sound came on, the screen would ripple like that damn glass in Jurassic Park, that glass of water.
Oh no!
And it kept hitting in this spot right here.
Oh.
And so I thought the whole time, like, oh, Paul's communicating with the worm. I thought he was like Aquaman. I thought he was like, it was right here the whole time. And I thought, oh, he's telepathically talking to the worm. That's how he's actually riding this shit so well. And then they got to other parts where somebody would just drop something and then the screen would ripple, and I was like, wait a minute, that's his old cheap ass screen up here, man.
Well, man, I saw it in IMAX, and you know how Hans Zimmer, he always has his volume cranked all the way up into the red. So everything, it was just blowing. It was blowing out my eardrums the whole time.
Same way. I saw it in XD, which is pretty much IMAX.
Yeah.
That shit was loud as fuck.
Yeah. And I mean, I got to give it to him. That sound system is great, but that poor screen was trying to hold itself up.
Holding on like
Turn it down. I don't know how much more I can take.
Just a little bit more. We're almost there.
Well, the decibels were about to tear that screen up. I thought he was doing some Aquaman shit the whole time. I really did. I thought, oh man.
He's talking to the words.
I thought he was
dumbass.
I thought he was telepathically communicating with the word. I thought that the whole time. I'm like, that's a cool effect. It's nothing be happening. This thing still be bubbling. I was like, okay. But it's hey, listen, man, it's an amazing look.